Hey everybody, Father Scott Vanderveer here with a poem that I just love, given to me by one of my mentors who has since gone home to God, Sister Marilyn, a member of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet of Latham, New York, and a tremendous master teacher. Sister Marilyn taught French for many years when she was a young sister, but when the Vatican II reforms happened in the 1960s, Mother Superior asked her for the first time, "Sister, what would you like to teach?" She'd never been asked that before. And she said, "I'd like to teach religion. I'd like to spend my time talking to young people about God and about what God's intentions are for the world." And so she embarked on a career that spanned well into my teaching career. I met her in 2007 when she was at a training workshop for new teachers in the Diocese of Albany. I loved her from the first moment I met her. She made bookmarks for people, and she made me this bookmark with this poem along with some Queen Anne's lace kind of smashed into it. She laminated this, and on the back, a great picture of St. Joseph the Worker, and that's by one of her fellow Sisters of St. Joseph in Latham. The poem is actually one I shared with her, and then she gave me this bookmark as a gift. Don't you love when things like that happen, where you give something to someone and they interpret it in their own way and hand it back to you in a way that's different and new and fresh from the way you gave it to them? Here's the poem. It comes from the lyrics of a song by a group called Mirabai Seba. I don't know where they got those lyrics, but I think you'll find this really beautiful. Life is beauty. Admire it. Life is a dream. Realize it. Life is a challenge. Meet it. Life is a duty. Complete it. Life is a struggle. Accept it. Life is a tragedy. Confront it. Life is an adventure. Dare it. Life is an opportunity. Take it. Life is a game. Play it. Life is a promise. Fulfill it. Life is sorrow. Overcome it. Life is a song. Sing it. I love this poem because to me, it gives me constructive challenges that allow me to know just how engaged I am with my life. Is life a song that I'm singing? Or is it something I'm muttering, drudging through? Am I droning through it? Or am I singing through life? Listen to some of these verbs. I'd like to take the poem and dissect it with the verbs that go with the descriptions of life. I find them so interesting. Admire beauty. Realize your dreams. Meet challenges. Complete duties. Accept struggles. Confront tragedies. Dare adventures. Take opportunities. Play games. Fulfill promises. Overcome sorrows. Sing songs. Don't you love it? I do. I'm so touched by this. What a tremendous opportunity for us to think about which of those verbs is most needed in our life right now. Is life inviting you to make your dreams a reality, to meet challenges, to complete duties, to admire beauty? Which of those most describes what your life is like right now? What are you most needing to grow in? Accepting struggles? How about this verb? Confronting tragedies. confronting them. This is a tragedy. I'm going to come face to face with it. I'm not going to hide from it. I'm going to dare adventures. I'm going to take opportunities. I'm going to play games, fulfill promises, overcome sorrow, and sing songs. Interesting that sorrow is something that is meant to be overcome. I think we imagine that because life is sad, we're going to be experiencing desolation throughout the journey. But the truth is, the people we know who have gotten to old ages and been vibrant despite all of the challenges they've faced, those people allow us to know that sorrows can be overcome. Tragedies can be confronted. There isn't anybody who's 90 or above who hasn't lost somebody essential to them. I'm turning 50 as I record this, and I've, in the past few years, lost a number of people I have felt I can't bear to live without. People I can't believe I'm expected to live in the world without. Mentors and loved ones who mean the world to me. But I have to overcome the sorrow of that because they overcame it. People in my life who lived old ages had let go of almost everybody who was alive at the time they were young. And I think it's interesting that life is seen as a duty that must be completed. What an interesting thing for us to think about during the most depressed times. Obviously, suicide is a terrible reality in our world, but sometimes you'll meet people that aren't suicidal. They aren't in danger of harming themselves, but they don't want to live anymore. They've lost somebody they love, maybe a spouse, maybe a best friend. Maybe they've lost a beloved pet that was with them for a long time. And they say, if I died in my sleep, I wouldn't care. I'd be happy. And I think maybe many of us have been in a position where we understand what they're saying. I think I've had some stretches of life where I have thought, it's enough, Lord. It's enough. If now is the time you want to take me, maybe it would be a relief. I haven't thought about that for long stretches of my life, but I've had a few times where I've thought, ooh, and I'm young, so I can just imagine how many people who've really been through the ringer would say, call me home, God. I can't recover from this flood. I can't cope with this loss. I'm not going to be able to rebuild my house from this fire. I don't think I can do it. So how powerful to hear. Life is a duty. You've got to complete it. It's a duty to complete. It's not just something to enjoy. It's something that must be completed in God's time. That's why in our Catholic tradition, we don't condone any way of humans interrupting the life cycle as God would have it. We don't believe in interrupting a life that is intended to be born. We don't believe in taking control of our own deaths through physician-assisted means. We don't believe in the death penalty for people who've committed crimes, because life is a duty that must be completed. What a fascinating thing for us to think about. I'd love for you to spend some time with this. Which of these verbs, admiring, realizing, meeting, completing, accepting, confronting, daring, taking, playing, fulfilling, overcoming, and singing, which is yours right now? Which is the thing that you are most in need of, the inspiration of, the chastising for, the opportunity to be chastened? It's really good for us every once in a while to hear something that makes us say, I'm not done living life yet. There's still so many opportunities for me to show the world just how beautiful a human life can be. And I'm going to take those. I hope that your life is going well. And if it's not, I hope it's meaningful. And I hope that you are finding the joy of God despite all the struggles and sorrows that are an inevitable part of the journey. May God bless you and those you love now and always.